Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Biki here with the Untitled Game Show, back once again with another review for you guys today. And we're gonna be reviewing Sony's E3 2016 press conference. Was the presentation done well? Was the announcements awesome? Was the overall entertainment value excellent? Well, let's go ahead and find out. We're gonna start off by talking about the presentation of the show. Now, Sony did start off very well with a live orchestra leading into gameplay of the new God of War. And this was a very good starting point for Sony. They wanted to show gameplay and have awesome music on the stage. But this was a hint at what was to come. After this, Sony just basically kept on going. Gameplay demo after gameplay demo, trailer after trailer. And focusing mainly on gameplay demos is not inherently a bad way to do a presentation, but it is going to be up to the individual gamers if the games shown were entertaining to watch. And that's where it kind of gets a little tricky. For me, I like the games and the way they focus on just these gameplays and trailers, but that's because I personally want to play those titles. If you're somebody who's not interested in the titles shown, that might have been a wrong way to do a presentation. Still, that is no excuse for Sony's lackluster stage presence. What I mean by this, when a Sony representative came on stage, they lacked the excitement, the enthusiasm needed for a stage like E3. They should have been more hyped up and make more excitement and more jokes. Just make us be really happy to be watching the Sony conference for the year. The E3 is the biggest show in gaming of the year. It needs to be the center stage. They just did not have the energy and the excitement I think that was valued from past E3s from Sony. Even looking at somebody like Ubisoft, who had Aisha Taylor cracking jokes, making it a really entertaining show, Sony just didn't feel excited as even the Ubisoft press conference. And Ubisoft is only a publisher, not a console manufacturer like Sony. This is where I think Sony kind of messed up. When people came up on stage, they didn't have the excitement and enthusiasm that was really needed. The best thing that happened in that term was basically Kojima. Kojima came out walking down those light stage, absolutely cool, stand up, everybody gave him chairs, he was excited, he looked like he was happy to be there, to be happy to be a developer of video games, be happy to be on the biggest stage and announcing his brand new video games. And I wanted to see more of that from Sony. So Sony's stage presence overall wasn't the best. Still, it's going to be up to you guys as individual gamers to decide on if the games that they did show mostly, which was just gameplay trailers and demos, was entertaining to watch. Let's go on over to the actual announcement. So what did Sony actually announce during the show? Like I said already, God of War was the first thing they showed. We're going to have to find out when that's going to be released because we have no details on that. Kojima's brand new game called Death Stranding with Norman Reedus, babies, black ink on his hand. What the heck is going to be this game about? We really don't know yet, but it definitely looks impressive from this early teaser. Last Guardian finally gets its release date, which could have been done a little bit better because we've seen Last Guardian so many times. I would have gladly had the developers of the game come out on stage and actually talk about why they're still so passionate in making this game and what they're actually trying to achieve with Last Guardian and why it actually has taken so long. Final Fantasy 15 actually got itself another stage demo, which I'm just going to say the stuff was showed for Final Fantasy 15 at Sony's event looked a lot better than whatever the hell happened at Microsoft's events with that big old boss. But there was mistakes done by Sony's event as well. The PlayStation VR version of Final Fantasy 15 looks very early access. Like, I'm not sure they're ready to put that in the full game yet because the way you teleported around, the way the gun was aiming just did not look like it was in sync and really worked well for the game. I understand what they're trying to go. I understand it's going to be a separate mode in the full game, but I think the VR portion of Final Fantasy 15 looks like it needs a lot of work and it was a bad showing at the conference. They might have should have waited a little longer before showing that off. Just my opinion there. Moving on, the best probably gameplay demo of the show, even I would say a little bit better than God of War, was Horizon Zero Dawn. If I wasn't convinced to buy this game before, what they showed right now looks like, yeah, this game is ready. Yep, I'm seeing hint of freaking Shadows of Mordor, which I love. I'm seeing hint of open world awesomeness, like from some of the Assassin's Creed games and Far Cry games. I'm seeing like little takes from different franchises just refined in this game. And I can't wait to play Horizon Zero Dawn. Great looking gameplay and great cinematic story so far from everything we've seen. Detroit Become Human. This game finally seems like Quantum Dreams is gonna make that game that lets you pick the path that you really want to go down. Are you going to save somebody? Are you going to let them die? Are you going to save one person? Like, it seems like this one actually has the amount of choices that you actually need for a gameplay like this type of game. So I can't wait to play Detroit Become Human. I like Beyond Two Souls, and I think this was actually a really good way of showcasing that game. And let's talk about another big showcase from the show, Resident Evil 7. Wow, does that logo look cool? Everybody's been saying it, and I gotta agree with that. That's just something I gotta mention off the top. The Resident Evil 7 logo looked really cool, and the way they announced Resident Evil 7 at the Sony stage was pretty darn good, because I really didn't expect it to be Resident Evil 7. I thought this was gonna be some VR PT ripoff thing, and then they came at the end and said, yo, Resident Evil 7. Demo available now. And yes, guys, you could go on the PSN store and download the demo right now. So nice move there, Sony announcing Resident Evil 7 on your store, on your stage, and actually exclusive VR support from the PlayStation VR. Definitely interested in that one. Then we got a brand new IP, one of the very few we have much information about. It's called Days Gone. This is coming from Sony Ben. So, yeah. Damn, this thing looks like another Last of Us zombie apocalypse, but a little bit more faster, like swarming zombies. I'm not really sure what to think about this game from the gameplay, because it doesn't look fun. But what actually caught me more interested is actually like there seems to be some type of story element from this as well, which could be really interesting. The guy is a bounty hunter, so we're gonna have to find out more information. This one just got me interested. I want to see more, and I'm glad to see a new IP. So yeah, we'll talk about that real soon. Call of Duty. Call of Duty came up on stage, and I was actually quite impressed that so much of the Call of Duty gameplay was taking place in space in a ship. Like, I was expecting all for be like kind of ground combat. I will say this, it looks good. But this is the problem. This is the truthful problem with watching Call of Duty single player gameplay. It always looks good. Black Ops 3 to me looked good. When I went in there with 4 players to play Black Ops 3 story mode, we quit that story mode within 40 minutes. So I've never dropped the Call of Duty story mode so quick. It's like we laughed at how badly that story mode started. It's like it was unbelievable bad. So here's another situation where, yes, in a trailer, you can make Call of Duty story modes look epic and cool. Will it be that way when you pick up the controller? I'm not too sure. Probably the multiplayer will probably be just fine though. Just saying. Moving on from that though, and we really didn't need to see that much of Call of Duty on Sony stage. I would like to prefer to see more of this. Spider-Man from Insomniac. A brand new Spider-Man game coming exclusive to the PlayStation brand of hardware? Wow, was this a big surprise for me, guys. And I am all for the developer on this. Insomniac Games has made some absolutely epic games. They just came out with the brand new remasters of Ratchet and Clank, and it's a great game. Insomniac has the best game on the Xbox One. The best game, Sunset Overdrive. It's the best game on the Xbox One. So I trust Insomniac to make great games, and I'm hoping they will make an absolutely epic Spider-Man adventure coming out real soon. And of course, there's over 50 PlayStation VR titles in the works. Like I said earlier, we didn't get to see all 50 games. Some of them were shown off after the stage, and I kind of hate that in a way. Like, I mean, you're on stage, Sony, show a quick montage of some of these, like so much more of these games. 50 titles being released by the end of the year. 50 games, guys. 50 is a lot of games. That is a lot of games between October and December. What? They could show so much more. And one of the other big surprises in a fun way was Lego Star Wars 7. Looks great. They showed some gameplay of that, and I actually want to play that right there. And probably the biggest surprise for me was Crash Bandicoot. Like, wait, it's back? I actually said in my prediction video that it wasn't going to return. But it's coming back in a way that some gamers are not too happy about. It's a Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3 remastered. But hear me out, guys. If this is on the level of something like what Insomniac Games did with Ratchet and Clank, I am completely for with it. If it's a bullshit remaster, then Activision could keep the damn license and get lost, because the only thing else they're doing with it is Crash Bandicoot is going to be in Skylanders this year. And that was basically most of the big announcements from Sony from E3 2016. A lot of gameplay shown, a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, if you guys go on Sony's YouTube channel, they've actually have like 10 more games Like, there's more exclusive PlayStation games that they didn't show on. There's new PlayStation IPs that they didn't show on their press stage that you guys might not even know about. And this is what kind of bugs me about this show. The fact that I had to go out and find out some of these other exclusives that Sony could have showcased at this show that they just didn't show, and the stage present was not the best. And not to mention, they did not address the PlayStation Vita, which a lot of gamers, I made a recent video about this, said you should already know the PlayStation Vita is dead. I'm sorry to say this, but I still expect Sony to support the console in some way themselves. I'm sorry, I know some people care like, oh what, third-party indies are supporting it. Okay, that's fine. I still want Sony to invest money into the platform that I pay money into. So overall, we need to just talk about the entertainment value and score Sony's E3 press conference. The entertainment value was there for me. This is just a weird thing for me to say. I liked watching Sony's show because it showed game trailers and gameplay of games that I wanted to play. I mean, we could go down the list of games that Sony announced. God of War, I'm buying it. Kojima's new project, I'm watching whatever the hell that is. Last Guardian, I'm buying it. Final Fantasy 15, I'm buying it. Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm buying it. Detroit, I'm buying it. Resident Evil 7, I'm cautiously watching it. Very cautiously. Days Gone, I'm watching it. Call of Duty, maybe, maybe not. I'll probably own it because a friend will probably get it because I play with them. Insomniac Spider-Man games, I'm watching it. PlayStation VR, I'll get it. Crash Bandicoot Remastered, if it's good, I'm getting it. And Lego Star Wars 7, I want to get it to play with the kids. So the majority of games shown off at Sony's events, I want them. So I liked watching those trailers. I was interested in it. And that's where it's so weird for me. Like, I could understand how people don't like the press conference. If you care nothing for Crash, if you care nothing for Lego, if you care nothing for Resident Evil, if you don't care for Call of Duty, then most of the conference was probably pretty boring for you. But I had to rate it from my point of view. And to me, I had an entertaining time watching the conference. I had fun watching it. And that's where it gets so weird. I gotta knock points from Sony for their stage presence because they could have did such a better job. Like, we're gonna do a video later on comparing Sony's 2015 conference to 2016, and I will point out some differences where Sony did so much better in 2015 than they did this year. So much better in 2015 than they did this year. So here's where we have to come down and actually give them the score. I'm going to say Sony's E3 2016 press conference only gets a 3 out of 5. Yeah. Their stage presence was lacking. As much as I love it, I love seeing gameplay, they could have did so much better on the stage. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Biki here with the Untitled Game Show. I'll be back with Microsoft review and much more real soon.